My name is Carrie Hussey, and I'm privileged to say that I have the position of Executive Director of the United Way of Charlotte County. I'm also proud to say that I was born and raised here in Charlotte County, and I'm also here to tell you that we do have kids that are just like this, their situation is like this, and this is their reality. And I'm here to tell you what we can do, how we can invest. And the way we can do that, the answer, is the United Way. I'm here this morning to explain the power of the United Way and how we're making a measurable impact in our community. The first thing I want to tell you is that there are over 1,400 United Ways worldwide. But that each United Way is autonomous. Each one represents its own local community. So every donation that is made here stays here in Charlotte County. It's very important that you all know that. It doesn't go anywhere else. The United Way is the big picture organization for our community. We're looking at the entire spectrum of human services. We're looking at the whole. We know that if we address the gaps in human services and assist those folks that are living in poverty, that are marginalized, that are hanging on by their fingernails. If we can help those people get back on their feet by giving them a hand up and not a hand out, we can improve the entire community. If we can help those who are struggling become contributing members of society, the standard of living for the entire community is better. And that's a lofty goal, to improve the entire community. So we have to break it down a little bit. So here's how we do that. By focusing on 3 key areas: education, resources, meaning employment and financial stability, and health. We consider those the building blocks for a great life. And that makes sense, doesn't it? If you have access to education, if you have the possibility of getting a job, a great job, and you have access to health care, you can be anything. You can do anything in this life. Those kids, and kids like them, can have everything they need to be happy, healthy, and successful. So the best way for us to address these key areas of education, resources, and health is by funding local nonprofit organizations that qualify and that are directly serving Charlotte County residents. By gathering the community priorities and supporting these fantastic organizations in their individual missions, and then measuring the community outcomes, we are able to fulfill our big mission of improving the entire community. But becoming a United Way partner is no easy task. You can ask any of the partner agencies that are here today. Agencies that are directly serving Charlotte County apply for funding and partnership, and those applications are reviewed by community volunteers, and many of those volunteers are here today. I invite you to participate in that process. It's called our Community Impact Process. Those volunteers review the application and financial documents, they tour the agencies, and they make the determination as to whether or not these agencies have substantiated their requests for funding or not. They don't just hand out dollars because you're trying to do a good thing. It's important to know that we partner with the agency, and we do, but we fund programs. We do this so that we can measure effectiveness. That's how we determine if we're meeting our goals of moving the needle on education, resources, and health, if we're improving the entire community. Partnership with the United Way lasts for 1 year. No organization is guaranteed funding. This community impact process is incredibly powerful, and it's a huge part of what makes our organization so unique. These agencies are vetted and report progress throughout the year, so we know they're powerful programs. We know they're working. In addition to funding these agencies, we work to identify and prioritize the needs here in Charlotte County and create initiatives to address them. One of our most recent initiatives launched in March, and that is the United Way Senior Resource Center. The Senior Resource Center is a pilot program for us because we know that seniors tend to suffer in silence out of fear of being removed from their homes. We created the center so that it was easily accessible and that it had multiple organizations, government programs, and nonprofits represented. Because we know that when an individual or a family finally decide to reach out for help, we know that on average, they need 6 agencies or organizations assistance to be made whole. If a person has no money for food, odds are they need assistance for bills, healthcare, transportation. It's a deeper issue. We are doing the good work. We're doing the right work. I'm delighted that we have 2 representatives today from our 34 partner agencies to tell you about their experiences. To introduce our first guest, I have Suzanne Roberts here from the Virginia Bee Andes Volunteer Community.